Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you slept well. I sure did. Let's go ahead and get into this real quick. In Tuskegee this morning, and it is Sunday. It's a cool 54 degrees. It's close to 7:30. It's close to 7:30. The high today is going to be 81. There's going to be a 93% humidity level and only a 10% chance of that wet stuff. Yeah, there's more clouds in the sky than there was yesterday. And welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're in Tuskegee National Forest, and it's gorgeous. I'm getting acclimated to the weather. Notice I still got the cottonmouth thin fleece beanie on, and it's time for this coffee. Now that's hot. But it's so good. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you are doing well. The leaves are turning. Believe it or not, I got out of work early yesterday. I got out, I went and did some running around. Glad I got out early because I would not have made it with some light. So I went to campsite 12. It was full, obvious. Went to one, I couldn't fit into number one. The number one slot I couldn't fit into. So I went up to the one I did the last time I was here, which was 5 across from 11. 11 was taken up. 5 was open. I wasn't going to do the same one twice with all the possibilities in this place. So then I went across the street and went back to the very first one I did. Not the first one, but the second one I did. It was full. Went to the third one I did. It was full. And I had enough daylight, it looked like, to where I could explore a little bit and hopefully come across something. So I went and did some area that I hadn't been to yet before. And turned down this road, and I really don't know where I'm at. I really don't. I probably will after a while. I know I'm in the forest. But exactly where to pinpoint where it is, I could not tell you. I found something out of the corner of my eye caught my glimpse, and it was like, man, that's wide enough for a little road. That looks like something. So I went in it, and lo and behold, there was a camp spot. It's not marked, and I think there's something about them being not marked. And here we are. It's not much to look at except trees, but that's a great thing. The sun's coming up, it's beaming on me. Probably gonna peel my beanie off in a little bit. All right, so we are here. I am going to, geez, I should have done this weeks ago. I need to pull the Camco Wave 3 heater out because I have a feeling I'm gonna be needing it in Talladega. And Talladega is just in a couple days. Oh, what I realized this morning, I may have been saying the wrong dates because I looked at the calendar this morning. Yesterday was 11th. The day before that was the 10th. Today is the 12th. So today's October 12th. If you've watched this channel long enough, you know I get discombobulated on numbers and everything, but I'm right about 88% of the time. This camp spot, it's in the woods, it's secluded, it's peaceful. I guess it's closer to the interstate because I can hear a lot of traffic. Other than that, it's fine. Last night it got quiet, so at least at night I don't hear the traffic going around. It's on a ridge. You know, if I look over that way, everything's down below me. If I look behind me, everything's down below me. I'm getting very good cell signal. So you got to give a little take. It is peaceful. What I had for dinner last night, let's see. By the time I got camp set up and everything, it was just getting dark. And I go rummaging around in the freezer, in the fridge, and I uncovered my pot stickers. I picked up a bag of those the other night. It's so nice to pull in there, open up, and see something quick and easy that's in the freezer. And then pull them out and eat them. It's like being at home. Boy, that sun's getting bright. Oh, I had 2 things of yogurt too. But I had the pot stickers, yogurt, and had me a beer. The nice thing about drinking a beer when it's cold, and I'm not into drinking a beer per se when it's cold, but I just had to get something out of me because I needed a beer. We had this former employee that bought a truck, and he was a live wire, and he came back. He was about 30 to 60 days there, and you know, you may have heard me talk about this before. He was Ron's demise.
Orbital phase initiated.
He come in the lane very hot. And I'm talking about, when I say hot, he came through our UV cameras to where his truck got air. Okay, slammed his door, got out of the truck. I was doing something, but I seen him and I heard him, and I'm like, wonder what's up his crawl. No, moved the truck, and I started doing some digging. So I found out what he was here for. He goes up front. He gets in front of Jamie. He says a couple words, very colorful words. Say this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. So I let him out there cool off for about 45 minutes. I'm doing things. I'm just doing things. I don't know what he wants. I hear you left this motor all. I did this. So I go and get some information, and I go back to approach him, and I recorded all this. Unbeknownst to him, I recorded all this, and I can record it because in the state of Georgia, you only have to have one person in the recording that knows they're being recorded. So I went up to him, and I asked him what's going on. He said what he was going to say, and I told him, give me just a minute. So I went back to my desk, got some information, and brought it back. And he was saying we put the wrong oil in it. And I said, what was on the paper? And he was like, 530, it's supposed to take 020. And they shorted me 2 quarts. They did what? They put the wrong oil in it, and it was 2 quarts shy, and I got the receipt. I said, well, you know, you can return in the receipt. We'll be glad to pay the receipt for you. You know, that's not a problem. But here's a copy of your invoice you came in. They billed out the correct oil. It's got the right oil, and it's got 7 quarts in it. He kept saying it had 5 quarts in it, and they shorted him 2. Well, looking back, I scolded the parts guy because it actually takes 7.4 quarts, and we put 7 in. But that's neither here or there. As soon as I got done saying what was on the paper and I handed it to him, he started saying that I was being a smartass.
Oh, wise guy, eh?
And if the recording on it, you can tell I'm ultimately not being a smartass, and I'm being very respectful. He worked there and he was a jerk, and if you're watching, you're still a jerk. I'd like to say something else, but you handle things totally wrong. Anyway, we checked his oil, checked his oil, pulled dipstick, checked it twice, it's exactly right, and he said, yeah, because I added 2 quarts. And I said, that's fine, you got perfect oil in it. And I guess he wanted an oil change. I guess that's the part I missed out on, because I was I'm so much a, what is your concern? And if you're screaming and spitting venom, that's gonna be my priority. We'll take care of everything else afterwards. We're gonna get this done. I'm down to it. Take your truck, it's got the right amount of oil in it. And he said, you're not going to change my oil? I said, no. And I didn't go into why we weren't going to change the oil. Get into a long conversation with him. And he started getting belligerent, would be a good word. Dropping F-bombs, saying this, saying that. And I walked him to his truck. He's going to sue this and that and the other. And if you know anything about this business, if somebody ever says they're going to sue, conversation's over right there. We have been instructed if somebody is like that, they're done. They are done. Our conversation's over. Please leave. Because, you know, he's worked there twice. He knows the rules. I'm just letting him be him. Showing, as Zanetta said, he came in there showing his ass.
You don't see that every day.
So catch this out. I walk him to the truck. We still got the hood open. I go put my hands on the hood, going to shut the hood. And he starts MFing me, dropping F-bombs. Leave my truck alone. Don't touch my... And I threw my hands up. I said, okay. And he's still ranting on. I get in the truck and I get to walk away, and he's still talking. He's still talking, telling me he's going to put the receipt on social media, blast my name, tell him how much of a jerk I was. Okay. And I did a very unprofessional thing at that point. I said, I called his name out. I'm not going to say his name. And I said, hey, you know, you really going to do that? I'm glad. And I pulled out my phone. I said, I'm glad I recorded this whole thing for you. And he said something else and sped off. I don't think he'll do that now because and everything he is going to say about me is going to be proven to be a lie by his own words. So he knows that everything gets taken care of. You know, if a customer's got a thing, a problem, if we sit there and make a mistake, we're going to own up to it. Unlike anything else, we're going to own up to it. But he just showed his ass, and I didn't appreciate it. You were to come back or call Monday, and Tim's going to handle it. But no, we're not changing your oil. We're not doing anything on it. So if you're out there and you happen to watch this, you are barred from the dealership. You can take your contract for the oil change and you can go anywhere you want to get it serviced. Because it's not fair to the other customers, you showing your ass the way you are, and being a former employee, knowing the way the place runs, being an ass. So from me to you, it was nice knowing you, dude. And I hope I don't cross your path again, because you were one of those there's 158 different personality types in the world, and I've met 152 of them. And you don't want to go above 145 because it gets brutal. And sir, you have just moved up to being 153. So I have no desire to deal anything with you ever again. But that's why I had a beer last night. And I did get buzzed off of it. Just one beer. I had me a pint. You don't come on my drive showing your ass. You don't do it. But on another note, this is good stuff. What's on the agenda today? I am going to make some room in some areas, move some things around, and I should be good by about midday. I'm gonna have me some breakfast here in a little bit. Got Canuka sausage in there. I got 3 pounds of Canuka sausage. I've got 3 pounds of bacon. I'm set up. I picked up a slab of ribs last night. Good price on them. Got those. They're in the freezer. It's nice having a freezer just dedicated to the freezer, because I used to not be able to put slabs of ribs in there. But now I've got a couple of packs of hamburger patties. I got plenty of chicken. I got some center cut pork chops. I got 2 packs of those. So I've got all my meat stocked up for Talladega. Everything's stocked up. Everything's there. I've been buying a little bit here, a little bit there. And I've got coffee. Oh, not only did I pick up here's what happened with the coffee. I went and got my gas, went inside the neighborhood Walmart, went to the coffee section, and my heart dropped because they did not have it. There wasn't even a place on the shelf anymore. They just quit doing it. So now I panicked and I ran over to the super Walmart and went there, and they had it right there. So not only did I pick up 1 thing of coffee, I picked up 2. And I may just leave Wednesday morning for Talladega instead of Tuesday night. It all depends how I feel when I get off of work and what time it is. Because I'm not really into driving at night. Especially we will see how I feel when I get off of work on Tuesday. It's Sunday, y'all. This is most of y'all's last day of the weekend. So this is going to go on my list as it's a place that's probably going to be open, but not desirable because of the sound, unless I got to upload. It's got great cell service here. That's the only thing it's got going for it. It's got a nice view, as you can well see. And there's not much wood around here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get a fire going. I'll find out though. But yeah, it's cleared out. It's a campsite. It's not marked. There are trees around me that have white lines on it. What they mean, I don't know. I guess I got to get to forestry. Maybe Keith can enlighten me. What are the trees with the white painted stripes on them? I know what the reds are. Reds are like no firing zone. But these are markings with, they got a white stripe and a red stripe and on the top and bottom of it. Maybe Keith can enlighten us. He works for the Forestry Service, or did work for the Forestry Service. He's probably, with as much fishing as he's doing, he's probably done retired. I slept with the rear door closed and the side doors closed because it got cold, and I did roll up the front windows. So I kept as much heat in the van as possible. And I still had a fan on my face. Go figure. Had me some eggs, some bacon. I bought me a fresh pack of blueberry muffins. muffins. McMuffins. Blueberry McMuffins, that's what they are. And they're fresh too. Oh goodness, I can't wait to slather some butter on them. I guess I'm just gonna go in that direction because I came in that direction. Because I'm sure it meets up somewhere in here, and this is the exact reason why before I go into gas prices were cheap. I filled up yesterday in Columbus at $2.58. So maybe that's because it's a weekend holiday or whatever, and they took the taxes off of it. I don't know. Gas over at the Circle K in Opelika was $2.43. Yeah, that's the exact reason why when I go into the woods, I want to have a full tank of gas, because I've never seen a gas station in the woods, and because I had to go traveling all these campsites that were, I had to burn up a little bit more gas and travel a little bit, and found this one. So that is, and then I'm going to be exploring going out. So that is why whenever I go into the woods, I top off the tanks and fill it up. Burned up on this thing. I'm sorry, this was more of a rant, but that just burned me up. That just burned me up when he came in there like that, especially knowing the way the place was. But what do you expect from a guy that got released of his duties the first time, and then goes and does a video and burning his shirts, and then we let him back? I don't. That should have been a no-no. So with that being said, everybody, thanks for coming by and having some coffee with me. Great Sunday. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the last day of your weekend. Getting ready for work tomorrow, and do what I need to do and chill out. Pet your wife, kiss your dogs, hug your kids, call a friend, text somebody. I've got to call Addison, see how he's doing. He's been heavy on my mind lately. And we'll have another cup of coffee or a sip of coffee. And everybody enjoy what's left of your weekend. And we will holler at you tomorrow. But before we do that, you have to call your mom. So call your mom and make her day. And everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Oh, it's episode 286. It's episode 286. It's October 12th. And y'all enjoy yourselves. Bye now.